Hello, my name is Richard Peters and I am the Assistant Head for the Sixth Form at Norwich School. I hope in this short presentation to introduce you to our plans for the information evening on Wednesday the 27th of September between 6 and 8 p.m. The evening will serve two purposes. Firstly, it is an opportunity for you to hear key pastoral information in one of two presentations and allow you to meet up with 5 tutors in person. Secondly, we'd like to give you the opportunity to meet subject leaders as pupils begin to consider their choices for A-levels. Allow me to briefly introduce you to life in the sixth form here. I hope to answer some questions you may have about A-levels and also give you the information about where to find the answer to further questions. In this presentation, I'll look at the process of choosing A-levels over the coming year. I will include a timeline so you'll know what to expect and when, as well as where to access further information about subjects and broader questions about careers and advice for the future. Lastly, we will look at how life in the sixth form progresses from life in the fifth form. On Wednesday, parents and pupils can speak with heads of departments to ask questions about subjects they are considering and to talk with other senior staff in person about their choices and thoughts about A-levels. The choice of A-level subjects is a process which starts now and continues over the course of the coming year. Many pupils will already have some ideas about what they would like to study, even if the details are not yet fully decided. Others may have many options that they wish to explore. Following Wednesday, we then ask pupils to come up with an initial choice of possible subjects. Throughout the upper 5, the process of choosing is really one of refinement. In particular, after the January mocks, there will be a parents' evening, which provides a good opportunity for discussion between parents, pupils, and staff about the appropriateness of particular subjects for further study in the sixth form. A key date for the diary is Wednesday, the 7th of February. Following this, senior staff meet with every pupil to discuss their plans and to continue the process of looking at the next steps beyond GCSEs, including A-level choices and career aspirations. A record of this meeting is then sent home. Through the course of the upper 5, the timetable is being built. The formulation of the timetable starts in earnest in January and continues throughout the year. From here on in, there may be some restrictions of choices based on what columns different subjects are in. When it comes to August, we will then ask pupils to confirm their A-level choices. Even at this stage, there is some flexibility, and so if you want to start with 4 subjects, you can. But by about October half-term, most people continue with only 3 subjects for the remainder of their sixth form. So, on to the meat. Here is a list of A-levels that will be available in September next year. You will notice that the highlighted subjects are not taught at GCSE and are therefore new subjects at A-level. I encourage you to spend time considering these subjects and meeting these departments on Wednesday. It is important for you to choose a combination of subjects that you enjoy and that you are good at. Most pupils end the upper 6 with 3 subjects. It's important that you keep in mind possible career opportunities after school, as well as possible university choices. If you're interested in law, the choice of subjects is very wide, with no particular subjects being essential, although you will need to study an essay-based subject. However, there are a number of paths beyond school which require particular subjects. Medicine is the obvious example, where you will require both biology and chemistry, so it is important to consider your options carefully. We aim to be as flexible as possible and initially aim to allow whatever combinations of subjects people choose. As the timetable starts to take shape, then there may be some limitations about which combinations are possible. The school requires that all pupils who enter the sixth form achieve 6 GCSEs at grade 6 or above. Generally, we ask pupils to achieve slightly higher grades at any subjects that you wish to study at A-level, as I have outlined here. There are a number of subjects which do not require pupils to study them at GCSE. These are listed on this slide. The key thing is, where do you get information about subjects? In the first instance, your subject teachers are very well placed to give you information about the subjects you might like to take at A-level. Another very good place to look for information is on the school website, which I will illustrate now. In the School Life section of the website, you will find information about the sixth form and the departments. Each department has produced a video outlining the key details of their course at A-level. I encourage you to spend time looking at these and exploring different subjects, particularly with new subjects, ahead of Wednesday's meeting. For broader advice, you might like to contact one of the people outlined here. For careers advice, you might like to contact Mrs. James, the head of careers. For UCAS specific advice, you might ask Mrs. Warren or Mr. Croston. Mrs. Warren is the new head of UCAS. They can answer questions about subject combinations for particular courses, for example. I am also happy to answer questions you may have, and my email address is on the screen. Whilst A-level academic work forms the bedrock of life in the sixth form, it is part of a much broader programme. A key addition to the subject-specific work is the independent project. Every member of the lower sixth undertakes a substantial piece of academic or creative work through the year. Futures is a programme mixing careers advice about possible university applications, and PSHE topics. We also organise an annual careers fair. Community service is undertaken by sixth formers as they contribute more widely to the community locally and beyond. We continue with games as part of the weekly timetable. This has a broad provision for both elite teams and wider sport for everybody. The school's pastoral systems continue into the sixth form with tutors and heads of houses as in other areas of the school. Cabry Adams, my deputy, is a key person especially for lower sixth formers, and of course there's myself. Additional support can be sought from the head of welfare, Georgie Valpede, the school health officers, the chaplain, the ED&I officer, Amber Scott, and the school counsellors. The school's broad co-curriculum is thriving in the sixth form, embracing a number of areas including drama, music, dance, the annual fashion show, and gather events. In the sixth form, there are many opportunities for leadership and service, including prefects and leaders in areas such as sports, co-curricular activities, charities, and other groups. Finally, thank you for bearing with me. I look forward to meeting you in person on Wednesday the 27th of September for the information evening. In the meantime, please do not hesitate to contact me if you have further questions.